Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4 and we're going to be doing my top 5 250cc motorcycles within this fantastic motorcycle video game. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer for this top 5, there are only 8 250cc motorcycles within Ride 4, so unfortunately I can't do a top 10, it is only going to have to be a top 5. And now also to mention, there are only 4 individual manufacturers for 250cc motorcycles, so we have a little bit of a double choice. There's only going to be one manufacturer who's going to have 2 choices, and the rest are going to be 1 choice per manufacturer. So without further ado, let's see my top 5 250cc bikes from Ride 4. Starting off at number 5, the Suzuki RGV 250. Now, this is not the RM version, this is just the standard version of this beautiful Suzuki RGV 250. So here we go in Valencia. Now, I have chosen Valencia for all 5 bikes just to get an understanding of similar lap times and to see how we fare with each individual motorcycle. Now, for this bike, you will see in the bottom right corner it just says I've only done a mile. That is incorrect. I actually have another Suzuki which I've been using, which I think I made either a custom livery or a different livery in general. So I really liked this particular livery and I don't have enough affinity to change the livery, so I just bought it again as a brand new motorcycle. But as far as this bike goes, I do like it, but compared to the other 250cc's in this list, it's probably my least favourite. I didn't really use it that much compared to the other redacted bikes right now, but honestly, no 250cc bike within Ride 4 is bad. They're all really good, and it's a category I love using. If the AI was a little bit more competitive, I would probably just use these probably more than anything else. Of course, MotoGP, Moto3 particularly is very similar to these 250ccs, a bit more powerful of course, but the AI in that one is really exciting and the battles you can have are truly awesome. But I particularly like the Suzuki RGV just because of this Suzuki livery. The Lucky Strike livery is absolutely fantastic, of course. But honestly, the Suzuki RGV did just barely miss out from any other position, but I'm not saying it's the worst 250 because of course it unfortunately is the last position of the 250s in this video, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad bike. Every single one of these were just very, very difficult to choose from. It was just that I had more of a feeling and affiliation with the other bikes rather than the Suzuki RGV 250. But that's it for number 5, a fantastic motorcycle. Well, let's now move over to number 4 on the list, and it's going to be the Honda NSR 250R RM. Absolutely magnificent motorcycle, which we used before on a DrAce time trial challenge. I think it was Suzuka East Course. I can't actually remember. In fact, I think it was Okayama. I do believe it was the Okayama circuit. We used the Honda NSR 250R RM. Now, I do love this motorcycle. It is very, very good. It's a very reliable motorcycle. It can be a little bit aggressive sometimes when it wants to be, but at the same time it's a very easy bike to use. Not as easy compared to the Suzuki RGV, but of course that isn't a racing modified version. But one little caveat from a personal perspective, and I find it is this one more than the other 250s, and I really feel like I can do too much on this motorcycle. And when I mean too much, I mean I push that little bit too hard. Now, compared to the other bikes on the list, I can feel the limit with them, and I'll appreciate that's how far the bikes will go. This Honda NSR 250R RM, I always try and push it even further. Now, even in this particular video, I actually crashed on the previous lap going into the Adrian Campos corner because I was just far too aggressive with it. I'm really aggressive with this particular variant, and I'm not sure why. It just seems to be this Honda out of all the 250s that I absolutely push to the maximum. Probably still got the feeling of Okayama and going for it absolutely gung-ho, trying to get the top position in the world record leaderboard fight, but I'm not entirely sure why that is, but it was a little caveat for me. It's a hell of a lot of fun to use, so if you haven't used it already, now's a great time to do so, or at least after the video, because we still have 3 more to go. So we're now at number 3 on the list, our podium finisher, the Honda NSR 250R. Now, the only bike duo of the same manufacturer from the Honda NSR 250R RM, and now the second, the Honda NSR 250R. Now, the reason why I chose this one ahead of the other Honda NSR is basically because of that caveat I just mentioned a moment ago. This bike is an absolute joy to ride. I never seem to really push it too far. I don't think I've ever crashed on this bike. I'm going to touch wood and hopefully never do crash on this particular bike, but I love this bike, I really do. The colours, the Repsol colours are absolutely gorgeous, and I don't particularly like that sort of carbon fibre fairing on the Honda NSR 250R RM, but as far as this bike goes, I just prefer it a little bit more. I do feel very comfortable and very content with this one. Even sometimes I might just jump on for Ride 4 just to use this particular 250cc. I think it's great. It really is. It's a very comfortable bike. It's not the fastest in the list, but I do really enjoy using it. I do have two more favourites as well. So unfortunately it is only third on the list, but I have high praise, and I treat this bike in high regard because I think it's fantastic. Now I had to stay rather quiet in regards to the position number 4 for the Honda NSR 250R RM because, well, simply I didn't want to spoil that this one was going to be the next bike on the list, but both of these bikes are fantastic, and they're the only duo that managed to make it on the list, so major props to Honda for getting 2 in this top 5. Just to quickly mention as well, guys, if you are enjoying these particular Ride 4 lists, hit the subscribe button because I've got loads more coming in. I really can't wait to show you them all. Just takes a bit of time to get them done, but if you subscribe, I can get them done a little bit quicker, so make sure you hit that like button as well, actually, because it just lets me know if you are enjoying these particular lists and videos and content. But now we move over to number 2, and quite possibly for me the best sounding 250 in the game, the Yamaha TZR 250R RM. And you may be crying that it is a simple case of affiliation and just compassion towards the Yamahas, but no, I do genuinely feel that this Yamaha TZR is a joy to ride. Of course, this being the RM version, the racing modified version rather than the actual standard. As far as the standards go, I do feel that the Suzuki RGV 250R and the Honda NSR 250R as well, I did feel they were a little bit better standard road bikes than this Yamaha's non-racing version, but I do really like this Yamaha, I really do. Again, I bought another one for this livery, and I love it. I think it's really nice. The colours really pop. I had a choice of all colours, to be honest with you. I think I've almost maxed out the affiliation, I don't recall. But honestly, I really like this bike. I think it's fantastic. Handles like a dream. It is probably the best handling 250 in the game. It's I think I've said that about the Suzuki as well, and maybe the others. I'm not entirely sure, but I do really love this one. And regardless whether it's a racing modified version or not, I feel very comfortable. Again, as mentioned, were the NSR 250R, where I felt like I push it a little bit too much. Not really the same with this one. I do feel rather comfortable, and I don't feel like I push it beyond its limits very often. I do very much enjoy this one. I think when you're looking at bikes and you've got to understand how and what position they should be in for a top 10, for example, these are the things I do take into consideration: the looks, the sounds, the feel, and how I feel riding it. Because it might be the best looking bike in the world, and it might be the most beautifully sounding bike, but if I don't like using it and I don't really feel a connection with it, it's not going to be in the list. Maybe it'll be in a worse list, but it certainly won't be in the top 5 best or top 10 best. And now a runner-up finish for the Yamaha TZR 250 RM, but now we finally go to the numero uno, the number 1 choice, the Aprilia RS 250 from the Italian style pack number 1 from the DLC pack from a hell of a long time ago. At least it feels that way. But the Aprilia RS 250, can you choose a better 250cc motorcycle than the Aprilia RS 250? I really don't think you can. And now you may be wondering, this is a standard version and not the RM, and I'll tell you why. I really don't like the look of the RM. I think it looks way too bulky compared to the 250, the standard bike, and this bike alone is already absolutely excellent. You don't even need to make a racing modified version. The bike can basically race as it is. It's just awesome. I did a video a couple of days ago, and I don't know whether I mentioned that I was going to do the 250cc's. I did a helmet cam with this Aprilia the other day. It was terrific. Absolutely awesome. I loved it. Absolutely loved using it. It's amazing. It really is. I think I have so many variants of this one just because I wanted to use different liveries. I didn't even know which one to choose for this one, so I just picked any. But honestly, I love this bike, and I'll try not to gush over it. It's just, I love it. I want to buy one in real life. I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. I had a friend who had one of these, and he said it was rapid. It was really good. He did ask me if I wanted to ride it, but unfortunately I didn't have my license at the time. And, well, provisional basically. But honestly, it's really good. I love it. I think it's absolutely terrific, and it thoroughly deserves the DrAce stamp of approval. Bang! I love it. So that's about it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below. We have plenty more Ride 4 content coming your way very soon, and plenty more top 10 lists. I think next we'll do the 350s up to 500cc's. Not sure yet, but stay tuned for more, and like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Ciao for now. Oh hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.